DNVR Bets Daily Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? It is a Tuesday. It's hard to keep track of what days it is when NFL games can be on any day of the week now.
It's true.
Dre, last night
Yeah.
we had a disagreement on whether or not to go with the Ravens or the Browns. And it should have been a push.
Should have been, yes.
But there was a bad beat. Thankfully, I was safe from the grips of the bad beat.
Yeah, you did some big time stuff.
Because I cashed out right when the Browns took the 1-point lead. Because they were down 14, they went for 2, and then they got another touchdown to make it a 1-point lead. At that point, my buyout was 3x my original
Beautiful
investment, because I had parlayed it with the Buffs, who were 13.5-point favorites and almost won by 40.
Easily the best bet you gave out last night.
Yeah, stress-free cover of the week. Shout out to CU Basketball for that one.
That was nice.
That's why they get the representation on the show today.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Worst beat I've seen, and since the exact same thing happened with an old Ohio State game.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah, that was like the original. It's still in the bad beats intro for Scott Van Pelt, which is one of the best segments in sports television.
One in those, which is a fumble recovery from Solomon Thomas. That was a nice backdoor spread for me in a Stanford versus UCLA game, but it's up there.
Josh Rosen, strip sack.
It's true. But you were on the wrong side of that the entire game.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
With Lamar Jackson playing the entire time, that's the easiest cover in the history of Monday Night Football. Then we had a little poop gate. We had a little, cramp gate going on, which dare I ask where you fall on that.
If they don't injure Trace McSorley, they win the game.
And they'll cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they win it by 2.
Yep.
It's over.
Yeah, so that was at that moment, on third down, the Browns were the right side of the bet.
Right, yeah, but you didn't predict Lamar Jackson was going to get hurt and Trace McSorley was how the Browns would cover.
No, but I did predict that Baker is amazing.
Baker was outstanding.
He was so good.
That was savage.
Except for that one pick. And anyone who's ever played Madden has thrown that pick before. The old outside linebacker crashes, backs up right into your slant. Or actually, that was a comeback, I think, or an out. Either way. You thought he was out of the play, and then he's in the play.
Luckily, we were leaning on the over there.
Yeah.
And I gave out, a litany of props that were just insane.
Such as?
J.K. Dobbins, over 46.5 rushing.
Cha-ching.
Beautiful. Rashard Higgins in the Hollywood Derby of who would have more receiving yards, him or Marquise Brown.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. A little scared.
Wait, I think I gave that one out.
We talked that through. I think I put it on the table. You approved. We rode with it. I did give out J.K. Dobbins to score a touchdown, but of course I took the insurance, put him as the first touchdown. That didn't work out. I got my free money back, though. Most rushing yards, Dobbins over Kareem Hunt. Got that, even though Kareem Hunt whooped him as far as fantasy points, but that was all in the air, and I knew that. First quarter, over 9.5. You gave out that one.
Yep.
That also hit. So really, it was beautiful. Once again, primetime kings.
Yeah, we absolutely slay in primetime.
Yeah. Midweek kings, primetime kings. We kill it. Last week was so profitable. 2 Monday nighters, 1 Tuesday nighter.
We should experiment one week of doing a show all 7 days of the week to see if that stops us from sucking on the weekends, because we're really great when there's a show on.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
Yeah.
We're missing the talk it out. We're missing the talk it out. We're missing the focus on one game. The Dre and Andre not good poo-poo platter betters.
Dre and Andre?
Dre and Ryan. Not good poo-poo.
See how self-centered this guy is? See what I deal with every day?
Not good buffet betters.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to the buffet.
Terrible.
You're like, man, chicken wings. That sounds good. But sushi.
Right, exactly.
I get sushi. You know what? I'll just do both.
Yep.
You eat yourself into a coma, and then you're like, oh, my God, I forgot about the dessert. And then, your night is ruined.
Exactly.
Because you have to go down on at least 4 of the dessert options.
It's true.
None of it is ever that good.
No.
Like, you go to Vegas and you're like, oh, I got to go to a buffet. That's like a thing here. No, and then you go there and, like, maybe one of the 14 different things you eat is, like, above average.
Which makes sense. I mean,
you're basically eating dorm food.
Yep, correct. And that's our Saturday, Sunday picks right there in a nutshell.
We're eating dorm
One
food.
of 14 might be good. The rest is all junk,
And then you're just, oh, God. Yeah. Unsupervised betting is dangerous.
It is dangerous. It is dangerous. Shouldn't be done.
No.
No place for it in our society, I say.
There is a big place, though, for guessing the lines.
Big time.
I wish we were keeping track of just our guess the lines records.
I've decided you are up 2 weeks.
At least.
Yeah.
If you count Henry in there, I'm on like a 4-game winning streak.
Well, we don't count Henry.
So it's just 3 then.
So shall we start?
Let's guess.
Los Angeles Chargers going to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice little Thursday nighter for you.
You want the dumpster fire or the tire fire?
I don't even know which is which, but
I don't either. Yeah. One's one and one's the other.
Yeah. No.
I guess Vegas is the tire fire because their stadium kind of looks like a tire.
Also more fumes, right?
Right, more fumes. Yeah, just dirtier.
Yeah. Well, the Chargers from afar, you could be like, oh, someone burning wood, and then it's the Chargers. It's a dumpster fire.
Are they gonna? Who's even favored? I don't know. Raiders are home. Raiders -2.5.
I said -2. God, I hate you. It is Raiders -3.5. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. I warn you, I guessed -2. I have 2 weeks in the first 3 guesses where I went with a square point, a rounder. The rest of the way, decimals, because I'm not going to get no more funny business from you, Ryan. Buffalo at Denver. Ever heard of them? Saturday doubleheader. Why are we doing that on college championship week? I've got enough football to watch Saturday. Give it to me Wednesday. Give it to me Thursday. Give it to me Friday. Not Saturday.
Steal this to the college football
world.
Truly. Thankfully, well, not thankfully, but unfortunately, the Buffs aren't playing, which kills the conflict of interest there. Speaking of the tailgate, Saturday edition. It might get extra lit on the tailgate.
Ooh.
No Sunday scaries to interfere with the drinking? Are you kidding? That's dangerous.
Are we starting that a little later because it's a 2:30 game?
Yeah, we could. Why not?
We are told no. So we
might
figure that out off air.
I think we should make this prime drinking hours after noon, of course.
Afternoon, right. As opposed to 9:30 on a Sunday, which is my personal prime drinking.
Is that the first game of the day, that 2:30er?
Yeah. Yes,
so
it
yeah,
is, Ryan.
we can move the tailgate back.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
The later the tailgate, the litter the tailgate.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight. I will be crawling back home after that one.
Yeah, but I'll split the Uber with you.
There you go. Buffalo at Denver.
I don't know this line.
Finally. Nor did I know it.
Bills -6.5.
Jesus.
Nailed it?
Exactly right, as am I. We have a tie.
Oh, you nailed it too. Good job.
People won't believe that we hadn't seen it.
I really
swear
hadn't,
on all that's holy. I definitely hadn't seen it. The other Saturday game is the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh. Packers -7.5.
Oh, really? I went heavy. I went Packers -9. It's Packers -8.5.
No, he got me by a half point, right?
Yeah.
You said 9?
I said 9?
Yep.
Oh, you said 7?
Yep. I said 7.5.
Oh, 7.5.
But still, you got me by a half point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Packers.
Yeah, that's bait probably.
Take the Aaron Rodgers over on passing yards too.
Actually, actual Sunday games now. San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. Great game in the late 90s. In 2020, kind of a trash fire.
Terrible. At Cowboys, huh? Cowboys, impressive win this last week.
I mean, impressive cover against the Bengals, yeah. And the Niners have fallen off after that impressive primetime win against the Rams. That feels like 5 years ago.
Niners minus
Seahawks
2.5.
I said Niners minus 3. It's 3.5.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. I was dialed. I knew it, and it's happening. Seattle at Washington football team.
Seattle at Washington football team. Seattle finally got it back together this last weekend. Who did they play again? Oh, right, the Jets. Yeah, that's a get-right game. That's a slump buster, as they say.
All those points for the Jets. That's the cheese.
That was the cheese.
You know what I realized in retrospect? Quick side tangent. Anytime I take a finish in the UFC, I'm taking the cheese.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that main event, I had a moment before putting that bet where I was like, wait, haven't I told myself that actually betting for this to go all the way is the way to go? And then I was like, no, Figueiredo's an animal. He'll destroy them. This ends in the first 2 rounds. Wrong.
I get like an insane amount of satisfaction out of watching these fighting giants get their asses kicked. Like, what was the boxing match that we watched?
Oh.
It was another Mexican kid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was so badass. It was
against Lomachenko?
Yeah, Loma versus who? What was his name?
I forget.
I don't know. But, like, once these, like, guys who, you know, all they ever do is win, quite literally get punched in the mouth a bunch, I love the look on their face.
Yeah, it is true.
Like, this look of, like, true. Oh, God, I'm in trouble. Maybe that's a bad thing that I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. But something about seeing, like, the fall of a Titan is just special.
Covering team sports, and we, like, overdo our reading of body language so much. Sports like that, there's no, like, it's just right in front of you, raw.
They get all wide-eyed, and they're like, oh, my God.
Yeah, it's true.
I've never gone 5 rounds before.
It's true.
Anyways.
Yeah, so
don't take the cheese.
Please don't take the cheese.
Here's how UFC betting gets you. Figueiredo, like minus 305 money line. You're like, well, I'm not betting that.
Yep.
So then you go searching for how can I bet on him to win without betting the money line.
When I should have just bet it to go the distance, I bet I would have got great odds.
Yep. Should have just bet Moreno money line.
This is a great conversation, but you guys did never guess the lines for Seattle and Washington football team.
Seattle at Washington football team. A sneaky, interesting matchup.
And tomorrow, instead of Trends Day, let's play
Take the cheese.
What's the cheese? So we go through and determine what the cheese is.
I would love that.
Right,
I would love that. And we're doing your game. We're going through the college slate, and you're giving a star value or whatever you want on each game.
Right.
Like, and you're really telling us where to dial in.
The confidence meter. Yep. Okay. Seattle minus 8.5.
I said 7.5. It's 5.5?
Oh, my God. I keep losing to you.
What?
Yeah. Is that cheese? We'll find out tomorrow.
I think it is, though. I think the football team is the cheese here.
No.
We've gone too far on the Seahawks.
Okay, this will be a good debate.
Oh, no. Love it. That's the beauty of this theory is it's so spot on, but it's very debatable where the cheese is.
Once you find the cheese.
The cheese is so clear in retrospect, but at the time, very hard to identify. Chicago at Minnesota. God, I love this.
Oh, the Mac.
Yeah.
Chicago
Sunday Maction.
Chicago at Minnesota. It's gotta be Vikings minus 5.5.
I said 4.5. It's only 3.5.
I might throw something.
Bears are hot, man. Minnesota disappointing. Can't make a field goal.
Okay, this is the cheese.
Chicago is.
Yes, Mitch Trubisky coming off a good performance is always the cheese.
Okay, now we're on to something. I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm cheese in all caps. Okay, New England at Miami. AFC West East. Funsies.
New England at Miami. It's
I hate Miami when Tua's starting. Hate it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Miami minus 2.5.
Big win for you. I said 5.5. Way off. It's just 2.
Okay.
Makes
sense.
God,
I needed that one.
Neutral field, though? You're telling me New England would be favored? Color me skeptical.
Just start Fitzmagic.
Truly. Say like, hey, we got it wrong. This team has playoff aspirations. We believe in Tua long term, but we got to put the best quarterback for our team this week, and that's Fitzmagic.
Bill Belichick is going to absolutely toy with him.
Yeah.
Give me the Pats.
Pats money line plus 112.
It's so low.
Yes, it is. Jaguars. See, I thought it would be way bigger. Way bigger.
Yeah.
So maybe the cheese is
New England?
Yeah. Oh,
we'll find out.
Jacksonville at Baltimore.
Oh man, Baltimore punters are feeling good right now.
You think, huh?
Back-to-back wins.
Well.
Lamar, I mean, the way that Lamar gets receivers open with his feet makes me so mad when you're betting against him.
Insane. Yesterday was movie-like. I mean, to come in on 4th and 5
such BS.
And like that 50-yard touchdown, that you can't script that.
How do you not have someone who stays behind the receivers on that play?
They just lost the fastest guy on the field.
What is the free safety doing? Where was he? What's he doing?
He was not free, and safety was not his priority. I can tell you that.
Your job is not to go get Lamar Jackson.
No, it isn't.
There's 12. I shouldn't say 12. There's 10 guys in front of you that it's their job to go get Lamar Jackson.
You're our goalie, last line of defense.
Okay. So with
and
that,
the Jags are terrible. They couldn't cover a massive spread. I'm so disappointed in them. I hate them. Gardner Minshew starting again this week.
Now,
yeah,
that's interesting.
That is first quarterback game. That should be a new rule, Ryan.
But
Brandon Allen cover.
Yeah.
Brett Rippon outright W.
And a cover.
Jalen Hurts outright W. Mega upset and a cover.
Taysom.
Of course. Taysom.
But this is not Minshew's first start of the year.
No,
Where does that factor in? Okay.
Glennon's another one. Mega cover. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. First quarterback games.
First quarterback games have entered the chat.
They have. They're not a rule, but there's some fine lining at the bottom of that page.
I mean, we're getting towards rule status.
There you go. I mean, first coach, first goalie in hockey, first quarterback start feels good.
First goalie, man, I love that one.
Oh, that one's phenomenal.
New pitcher too.
Okay. Oh
yeah. It was
Jags at Baltimore.
9.5.
Oh, geez, you went light. I said 15.5. It's 13.5.
Damn.
Yeah.
Minshew covers that. He sure does.
Not your best day, RK.
No,
you're not on it today.
I'm not. Yeah.
Minshew does cover that.
Got a
that
lot
is
going on.
Huge for the Ravens.
Yeah,
that's huge for the
Ravens. That's cover city.
I have a distinct advantage. But we have enough games left for you to pick this back up. NFC South, Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta. God.
Oh, I know.
Remember where there was a little stretch in there where we thought Matt Ryan was good?
Yep.
This year?
They're Houston 2.0. Same thing.
Except their quarterback is 1,000 times less cool.
Sure.
Sure.
It's true. And Tampa.
Who's the home team? Okay.
Atlanta. Atlanta's the home team.
Oh, Atlanta's the home team.
Tampa at Atlanta. I was going to say Tampa wins against the Vikings. They cover, but a lot of that's the Vikings leaving 12 points.
Yeah. Tampa minus 5.5.
We are all on the money. I said 5.5. Vegas says 5.5. It's a tie. Detroit at Tennessee.
Detroit.
Remember, Stafford injured. So that definitely factored into this for me.
Yeah, rib cartilage or something like that.
That sounds miserable.
It does.
Yeah.
And don't you hate the cartilage on the ribs when you get them? Gosh. Who's the home team again?
Tennessee.
Tennessee is the home team. They are going to be favored by 8.5.
We tie. I said 8.5 as well. It's 10.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
No double-digit spreads.
Yeah, no double-digit spreads. Unless that's where the cheese lies. Houston at Indianapolis.
Oh, this one's going to get me.
God, I didn't expect that shootout from the Colts.
I know.
42.
They're good, man. Phillip
and
Rivers
nothing from my guy Michael Pittman.
How is Phillip Rivers not getting more publicity for this?
You're right about that.
Like, legendary quarterback, fair term.
He's up there.
Yeah, and he's like absolutely balling in a new play. Like,
you're right.
6.5.
I said Colts 7.5. I'm on the money.
Oof. You're dialed today.
I guess so.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna end up betting the Texans.
Yeah, I almost can't help myself.
I know.
Which in this case might be a good thing. Philadelphia at Arizona. New rule: don't steer too far from the pack. So if you think Daniel Jones is trash and the Giants are trash, don't all of a sudden start picking the Giants straight up.
Oh, that seems like a good rule. Yeah.
I was right for a minute, but I steered too far from the pack. Don't steer too far.
Right.
When the public then takes your musings while the pack is still within reach and takes it too far, you say, "Bye, pack. I'm staying here."
Okay, sounds good. Were the Giants home last week?
Oh, jeez.
To the Cards.
I'm going to our guess the line sheet. Yeah, they were.
Okay, all right. I just need to know that for this line.
Philly at Arizona. Yeah.
Philly at Arizona. It is. So last week the Giants were at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were 3-point underdogs to the Cardinals. I made that my lock on the tailgate. That was easy money.
It's a good one.
Easiest money of the week other than the Buffs.
In basketball.
Well, new week, yeah. So I guess it was the easiest money last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were 3 at home. They would have been 6 on the road. I'm going to just say that they have the Eagles in the same boat there. But I'm going to say they think the Eagles are a half-point worse, 6.5.
Oh, my. When you do that kind of math, it never fails you, Ryan, because you're on the money. I guess 5.5, but you are on the money. Hard to know what to make of this one. Tempted to go all in on Jalen, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't. That's steering too far from the pack, and that's a new rule. We don't do that. Jets at Rams.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
14.5.
I said 15.5. Drum roll, please. We were all too low, 16.5.
Oh, my God. 16.5?
I don't even know. It's so absurd, but I almost wonder if the Jets plus 16.5 is the cheese here. They're so terrible.
I just don't think the Rams are explosive enough on offense to cover that spread.
Well, that's a good point. I do think the Jets are kind of just dead after that Raiders game. They're dead. They're done. Chiefs at Saints, good one. Real good one.
No, it's not.
No?
Taysom Hill can't hang.
Well, I mean, that's true. You're not wrong about that.
Chiefs at Saints, Chiefs minus 6.5.
I thought this through. First landed on 5.5, then settled down with 4.5. It's just 2.5.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I've won the week.
There's my lock of the week. Just write it down in the tailgate right now.
Yeah, huh?
Yep.
There is part of me that feels like sooner or later the Chiefs aren't going to finish 15-1. But then, man.
They're not. Patrick Mahomes is not getting outdueled by Taysom Hill.
Oh, I mean, that's for sure.
The Saints defense is admirable. But I don't know. I guess they could play keep away.
It's not
and that's worked once before, only once.
Yeah, that's true. It's not that different from this Miami matchup we just had.
If it was 6.5, I would be tempted to take the Saints and just say, they're going to hold on to the ball and do this. 2.5 is insulting.
Yeah, 2.5 is absurd. Actually, that's our jump on it now because this is going to move at least 1.5 points. Game of the week. Cleveland at the New York Giants. Amazed that this is the Sunday nighter and not the Chiefs-Saints game we just talked about.
Taysom effect.
Yeah, I guess
Cleveland at Giants. Browns minus 6.
I said 6.5. It's 4.5.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah. Monday nighter, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. I don't know what we're doing, but
well, Monday nighters I don't think can be flexed.
Yeah. But still, I mean,
this would have been Joe Burrow and Ben Roethlisberger.
It's true.
Pittsburgh minus 13.5.
Oh, I said 12.5, and I'm on the money.
Nice. Great job. Great week for you.
Really great week. Yeah. Did not expect that.
You nailed it. One after another.
Yeah, no, truly. More ties than
I think you just set the record for most perfect guesses.
I think I did. That was a good one. You matched me with a lot of those perfect guesses.
I know. The perfect ones I was on. All the other ones. At least I didn't have my, like... Actually, it's good when I have the one of the week that's off by, like, a touchdown, because that means that's the one that we should go after. We didn't get too much clarity this week.
No, we didn't.
I
was so far off thinking I was dialed in. Again, I steered too far from the pack run.
Come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm back.
All right.
As shown by this.
How much time do we have left here, Kale?
I mean, you guys can end whenever.
Well, I just mean, like, what?
We're like 30 minutes in.
Okay, all right. We don't need to
You're at 26:06 if you want an exact time marker.
Yeah. Usually we have the monitor, and then you can see.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about some futures. So let's get those in real quick. Before we do that, shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, where you can download the top-rated sportsbook app and use the code DNVR to get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. The people at DraftKings are always looking out for you.
It's crazy, man.
Even if you were on the wrong side of that bad beat last night, they are offering you some sort of crazy promotion. I didn't look fully into it, but I think a $50 free bet is involved.
Yeah.
So, like, that's love right there. That's family. When you're at DraftKings, you're family. Yeah. And they don't want to see their family members reeling because the Browns had a poorly executed pitchy woo-woo. So go to DraftKings, use the code DNVR, get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000, and be where you are respected. Of course, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x. Playthrough and restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Beautiful.
Right. What are these futures bets? I haven't even looked at them. Tell me all about them.
Yeah, the race for the number 1 seed basically locked up for the Chiefs, though I guess the Bills would have an outside chance, but wouldn't count on that.
Okay.
The more interesting one is on the NFC, where Packers Saints have the same 10-3 record at the top of the division. Packers minus 167 because they have the head-to-head matchup over the Saints. But Saints at plus 175, still juicy. Rams behind both these teams by 1 win, plus 1,400. Then you have the Seahawks at plus
1,400?
Yeah.
There must be something where they have a really tough end of the schedule and the other teams don't.
I mean, Rams have Jets, Seahawks, Cards.
Okay.
Which...
that is tough.
Seahawks, Cards.
They're going to lose one of those.
Saints, Chiefs, Vikings, Panthers. That Chiefs game really hurts.
Chiefs, Vikings, Panthers. Okay, they're done.
Packers, Panthers, Titans, Bears. So, yes, it does come down to that.
I mean, yeah, the Packers just take them, like, minus 167.
That's decent value.
Yeah.
You think that's, like, automatic?
I don't think it's automatic, but who are they losing to? The Titans? And then the other teams all have to go undefeated?
Bears.
They're not losing to the Bears.
Yeah, and then, the Rams run the table. Go
and they have to beat the Seahawks and the Cards.
Yeah.
Not seeing it.
Okay. I like it. What about Jets to go 0-16? Yes, now at minus 250. Very tempted by no at plus 200. But the Jets have Rams, Browns, Patriots remaining.
It comes down
to the Patriots.
The question is, could you get better than plus 200 on the money line in week 17?
For sure. Well,
yeah, for sure, because you're getting 3 chances right now. You're only going to have 1 chance, and so I would just take money line Jets over Patriots week 17. I think it's happening.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But also, you want to know why I think it's happening?
Why?
Because as long as the Jags keep losing, the Jets, if they win a game, will not get the number 1 overall pick. Do you understand this? They could go lose
because
15
of strength
straight
of schedule?
Yes, they have the strongest schedule in the entire NFL. And you think Bill Belichick, with everything in his control, is going to allow the Jets to get Trevor Lawrence?
You were big on this as it was all unfolding the first time these two teams played.
Yes. And then Bill realized this is getting a little too obvious. I'll save it for week 17.
Right.
Do you,
It's not bad.
Can you imagine?
That's crazy. And yes, I can imagine.
It all comes down to week 17. They win the game, lose the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. 15 games of agony for nothing, except Justin Fields.
Honestly, don't even think the NFL would be mad about it.
The question is like, Justin Fields, Sam Darnold. How big is that gap? Because the gap from Sam Darnold to Trevor Lawrence is massive.
Yes.
You know, we're talking generational quarterback prospect, and Sam Darnold was just like a good quarterback prospect.
Yeah.
Where's Justin Fields on that scale of like how good of a prospect they really are?
Yeah, I mean, it's similar high upside, but there are some inconsistencies that scare you, much like Darnold.
I think he's a better prospect. I like him more than I did Darnold, but
I think I probably like him slightly less.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, like, that changes everything for them.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, Bill Belichick will not let this happen.
The plus 200 is kind of interesting. It's probably a good, 200 points less than it should be. But still, can't complain.
You'll get plus 340 or something in week 17.
Yeah, that's true. What about MVP? Mahomes minus 200. A couple weeks ago, he kind of took that race by the horns. We were big on Kyler. Kyler's really fallen off. Aaron Rodgers, though, plus 175. Josh Allen plus 1,600. I could really see.
There's not enough time left. Don't let yourself talk yourself into bad
Henry,
bets.
Plus 5,000. Russell Wilson plus 6,000. Tom Brady 15,000.
J.A. So he could go 13-3.
Yeah.
With the Bills.
Win the AFC East for the first time in
AFC West.
KO's lifetime, basically.
No, for the first time in his own lifetime.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he was not
Josh
born.
Allen is indeed my age, so that makes sense.
Josh Allen was not born the last time they won the AFC East. Pretty crazy.
Wow.
I think there's a case to be made. It's too early. Next year, he'll be a real contender. But Aaron Rodgers...
This is a Mahomes year, isn't it?
I mean, if he was going for 3 in a row, I would say no. But since he didn't win it last year, I think they'll be okay giving it back to him.
Here's the thing. He threw 3 picks the other day, though. Aaron Rodgers is having his most efficient season in half a decade, and that's saying something.
How many picks does Aaron Rodgers have all year?
Might be 3.
Yeah, not a ton. I mean, all those quarterbacks are really, really striving. Well, yeah, I've moved on to college basketball. I'm ready for a pick tonight. I mean, all the stats for all those guys are really noteworthy.
He has 4 interceptions this entire year.
That's
Rodgers. If he goes, he could go 50 touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions. Or 50 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Well, then they'd be the number 2 seed in the NFC and have
the number 1 seed.
Right, the number 1 seed.
And what would their record be if they won out?
Right here. 13-3.
So that's the big case for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Is they could be 15-1.
Yep.
And at that point, it's probably going to Mahomes. If they lose one more game though, and Rodgers throws 50 touchdowns, which means he's got to average. He's got to have a couple big ones.
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
But
what's the schedule promising? Yeah, no, it's probably a Mahomes.
Yep, I think it's going to Mahomes. But I like Rodgers as an out. It might be worth a sprinkle.
We might have an opportunity on our hands.
Yes.
The most intriguing game on the college basketball slate has started already, and the favorite is down.
Oh.
Clemson was favored coming into the game, now 6-point dog. I think we have some value on the lifeline. Now, mind you, I've been doing this show. I would have rather seen the first 10 minutes and gauged how things are going from there.
Plus 235 just went down to plus 205. Back to plus 235. Andre.
And I guess Vatek was a 2-point favorite to start the game.
Oh.
So there's a little
changed my
cheese
mind
on that
entirely.
Yeah.
I'm not as sold as I was.
Yeah, tonight might be a stay away, folks.
You had me.
But
I was ready to press send on that.
I like the Illini minus 8.5 over the Gophers tonight. There you go.
Illini minus 8.5
Yeah.
over the Gophers.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear. What about Tennessee minus 19 against Appalachian State?
I'm guessing that's good because Tennessee's so good this year and App State's a football school. But I'm assuming. I don't know how good App State's basketball program
Sometimes
is.
you just got to go with perception.
It's true.
All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for us today on DNVR Bets Daily. We don't have any good bets to give you tonight except for he likes the Illini.
Illini minus 8.5.
The Illini don't lie.
That's
All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.